number one, the students will stand up. Number two, the students will take their seats. Number three, the students will going to arrange their chairs. So one, two, one, two, one, two, three, one. Okay, so for our opening prayer, for those Catholics, you may now sign on the cross. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Let us bow our heads and put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today. May you bestow your guidance and blessings so that we can enjoy and appreciate its significance in our lives. Bless everyone who are present here today. To each one of us may be able to share our knowledge, understanding, and wisdom for your glory and honor. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. We all ask of this in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
So in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. So two, you will now take your seats. So once again, good morning, my dear students. So how are you today? I hope you are all good, and I hope that you are all doing fine. So have you eaten your breakfast already? Okay, that's good to hear. So we must eat our breakfast because breakfast is the most important what? The most important meal of the day. So once again, good evening, good morning, rather. Once again, good morning, students. So before anything else, let's have. I have here a classroom rules that I want any one of you to be observed and follow. So these are the following classroom rules that you all will going to follow. So number one, all girls please read. Number two, all boys please read. Number three, all girls please read. Number four, all boys. Number five, all girls. Number six, all boys. And for number seven, all girls. Okay, so thank you so much. So I hope that these classroom rules are clear and understandable to each and everyone. So I hope that any one of you will going to follow these classroom rules that we have in today's discussion. So before anything else, by the way, I am your teacher. My name is Clarence C. Amoncio. I am the BPE third year students from Hinoog City Colleges. So now I will going to group you in advance for our later group or class activities. So group 1, the students from the first and second row will be the group 1, and the students from the third and fourth row will be the group 2, and the students from the group 3 from the row 3 students from the fifth row and sixth row will be the group 3. And for the last group or group 4, the students in the 7th row and the last row. So our groupings, your groups are clear? I hope so. So now, before we we're going to discuss our topic for this day. Let's have a refresher first or a recapitulation. So I want at least two students to share his or her idea regarding for our previous lesson. So yes, student A. So what was our topic last meeting? Thank you so much. You now take your seats. So another hand. Yes, student B. Thank you so much. So all of your answers are correct. So our previous lesson last meeting was all about the 5 basic strokes of swimming. So the following strokes of swimming are basic stroke of swimming are number 1, the front crawl or freestyle. Number 2 is the backstroke. Number 3 is the breaststroke. Number 4, yes, it is the butterfly stroke. And number 5 and or last is the side stroke. So all of your answers are correct. So let's give a round of applause to every one of us. So now, before we will going to proceed to our topic for this evening, I have here a short video clip and I want every one of you to watch and observe carefully.
I would say I like to play basketball a lot. I slash and I dunk on people's heads. You know, that's my game. My name is Farouk Bilarabi, I'm 18, and I'm a shooting guard slash point forward. I've always been a confident person, but when it comes down to the sport of basketball, it's what I love doing. I can get a bit nervous, you know. You don't want to make mistakes, you don't want to let your team down and stuff like that. But when I go into games, I just go in with the mindset I always have. I'm the best. Just gotta believe in yourself and believe in what you can do. And I go out there and I show what I can do. So my training is quite intense. In terms of training with my team, we train 5 days a week. And then obviously, you know, you've got to put in the hours yourself. So I'm going to be going to Western Canada Prep Academy. It's a prep school that you go to after high school, just before college. You go there, develop your skills, you get offers, you get connections. And me going to all these different places, playing basketball for a lot of different people, different places, it's going to give me a chance to give me offers and scholarships to good colleges and the pro teams. I mean, it's going to be a whole different ballgame to what I'm used to, but I've been prepared for it and I'm ready for it. The ultimate goal for me is obviously to make the NBA, but I'm not tunnel vision on that. The biggest goal for me is to get to the point where I'm either making a living off of what I love doing. Whether it be I'm playing in Europe, in America, in Canada, in wherever, but I'm able to live comfortably, walk through doing what I love doing. I'll be happy. I'll be content.
Okay. Okay, so that ends the short video clip. So now you have any idea what was that video clip all about? Okay, some students are saying yes, and some are remaining silent. So because of that, let's have in an activity. So yes, the title of this activity is called Guess the Word. So what what are you going to do is to guess some words. I have here and so this will be your first activity in this meeting. So direction is read everybody. With a given hand description, try to guess the following words by filling in the missing letters. So any one of you would like to volunteer? Yes, student A. For number 1 is student A. For number 2, yes, is student B. For number 3, any other hand? Yes, is student C. For number 4, yes, is student D. For number 5, yes, is student E. For number 6, student F. And for number 7 is student Z. So, okay, just remain in your seat. So, what's the answer for number 1? Student A? Yes, basketball. That's right. So, you may now take your seat. So, number 2, yes, student B. That's good. It's basic skill. So you may now take your seats. For number 3, student C. What's your answer? Shooting. Yes, that's correct. Number 4, student D. Yes, student D. What's your answer? Passing. Yes, that's correct also. For number 5, who is the assigned student for number 5? Student E. Yes, what's your answer? Dribbling. Yes, that's right. Dribbling. For number 6, yes, student F. What's your answer? Defending. Defending is correct. Defending. So for the last number, yes, student. Yes, student Z. What's your answer? Number 7. Number 7 is rebound. So that's correct. Rebounding. So you may now take your seats. So all of your answers are correct. So let's give a round of applause to the students who participated in our first activity. So now, do you have any idea what will be our lesson for this meeting or for today's meeting? Anyone? Yes? Basketball? Another hand? Skills in basketball? Okay, so our topic for this meeting is all about, yes, both of your answers are correct. So our topic will be the 5 basic skills in basketball. But before that, before we are going to discuss the 5 basic skills in basketball, let's, for us to be guided, let's read our objectives first. Okay, so objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to: letter A, all boys read. Identify the 5 basic skills in basketball. So letter B, all girls read. Observe the proper execution of the 5 basic skills in basketball through video presentation. And for letter C, please all of you read. Execute the skills involved in the sports basketball. Okay, so our values for today's discussion is all about always make a total effort even when the odds is against you by Arnold Palmer. Um, so now, in order for us to quickly understand topic, the topic basketball, we have here some we have here an unlocking of terms. So the following terms are skills, foul, basket count, and shot clock. So for the skills, all boys lead. Skills, the ability to use one's knowledge effectively and readily in execution or performance. So for foul, all girls lead. Foul, illegal personal contact or an unsportsmanlike conduct on the court or sidelines of a game. So basket count, all boys lead. When a player was able to shoot the ball in the ring. So in shot clock, all girls lead. The timing device that displays a countdown of the time within which the team possess the ball must attempt in a field goal. So those are the terms that would help us to quickly understand the game basketball. So before anything else, let's have another activity. The activity number 1, which is sentence construction. So direction for this activity. So choose one word out of 4. Choose one word out of the given 4 words. Then construct a sentence from that word. Write your answers in your answer sheet. So you have 1 minute to answer. We have also here an example for you to be guided. So the example here is the referee blows the whistle due to players foul play. So your 1 minute starts now. Okay, time's up. Kindly close all your answer sheets and please pay attention now here in front. So before we are going to tackle the 5 basic skills in basketball, let's discuss first what is the word for the game. Yes, basketball. So what is basketball? So everybody please read. So basketball is one of the most popular team sports where 2 teams compete to score the most points with the objective of shooting the ball into a hoop to gain scores. So yes, basketball is one of the most popular team sports among other team sports because the game with the sports basketball are being played by any generation or any age. Yes, that's right. So basketball also's main objective is to shoot the basketball into the hoop in order to gain scores. So another information also, basketball is a team sports and it is one of the most popular team sports because we have this event or a national event called NBA, in which the professional basketball players are competing to one another. So how to win the game? So for the offensive team, okay, all girls lead. Offensive team, they must shoot the ball into the hoop before the given time or shot clock ends. So the goal, okay, so thank you so much. So the goal of the offensive team is to shoot the ball before the given time, the shot clock time ends. So the offensive team must shoot the ball in order for them to gain score and to win the game. So for the defensive team, all boys please lead. So defensive team, they must prevent the offensive team to shoot the ball and get a score. They must steal the ball in the opponent's hand without getting fouled. So in basketball, okay, so thank you so much. So in basketball, the defensive team's number one goal or priority is to prevent the offensive team from making a basket count. So they will going to steal the ball from their opponents without getting fouled. So any questions? None so far? Okay. So match winner. So the team in basketball, the match winner are the team who have the highest basket counts will be declared as the match player. So the goal in basketball, so a team goal in basketball, so a team goal in order to win the basketball game is they must outscore their opponents. So any of the two teams who will have the highest score will be declared as the match winner. So okay, let us now discuss the 5 basic skills in basketball. But before that, let's have another activity, the activity 2. The title of this activity is Please Remember Me. Okay, so direction. Please everybody read. Complete the concept map using the word or words that describe the basic skills in basketball. You have 2 minutes to answer. Okay, time's up. Yes, okay, so let us now answer this activity. So anyone would like to share his or her answer? Just state your answer if you have. Yes, student K. What's your answer? Blocking. It's also yes, it's good answer, but it is part of the defense or defending. Here is defending. So another hand. Yes, is student W. What's your answer? Passing. Yes, that's right. So another answer. Yes, is student H. What's your answer? Shooting. Yes, shooting is correct. Last 2. Any other hand? Yes, student G and J. What's your answer? Just give me one answer. Rebounding. Yes, that's correct. Rebounding. And what's the last one? Rebounding and student G. Your answer is dribbling. So that's correct. So we have here dribbling. And what's the other one? Rebounding. Okay, so rebounding. So any one of you got the perfect score? Okay, so now close all your answer sheets and let us continue with our topic. So now, the 5 basic skills in basketball. Okay, so now let us going to discuss our main topic, which is the 5 basic skills in basketball. So the following 5 basic skills in basketball are the following. So number 1, dribbling. Number 2, shooting. Number 3, passing. Number 4, defense or defending. And number 5 is rebound or rebounding. So let's tackle first the dribbling. So what is dribbling? So dribbling is a moving along with a ball while bouncing from one place of the court to another. So dribbling. So the players who do dribbling will going to bounce the ball from one place to another. So players do these skills in order to prevent the ball from stealing and in order to have a clear path to attempt to shoot or to have a basket count. So number 2 is shooting. Please read, all girls, please read. So shooting. It is the most important skill in basketball. An act of throwing the basketball into the hoop in order to earn points. Okay, so thank you so much. So shooting is the most important skill in basketball because as we all know, the goal of the sport basketball is to what? Yes, is to outscore your opponents. So through shooting, you can gain sports, and through shooting, you're going to outscore your opponents. So number 3 is passing. So all boys, please read. Passing. A way for players to move the ball on the court between teammates. So it is the fastest way to move the ball across long distance on the court. Okay, boys, thank you so much for reading. So passing. So in playing basketball, players do passing in order to quickly cross the ball from one distance to another. Also, the same with dribbling, players also do passing in order to prevent the ball to be stealed by their opponents. And players also do passing in order to quickly to have a quick transition from defense into offense. So number 4, defense. All girls, please read. It refers to the defensive strategies, alignments, and positions that a team uses to prevent the opposing offense from scoring basket. Okay, so thank you so much. So from the word itself, defense, so it is widely understood that it is for the defensive team. So they tend to defend the offensive team in order to prevent them to gain scores. And the last one, we have the rebounding. So all of you, please read. It refers to an act of retrieving the ball after a missed field goal or free throw. So rebounding. So in rebounding, after the offensive team will have a missed field goal or free throw rather, the players on the playing court will going to rebound or retrieve the ball. So they do this rebound or rebounding in order to retrieve the ball and be in the offensive position. Okay, so now to further understand and visualize the 5 basic skills in basketball, let's us all watch this short video clip about the 5 basic skills of basketball and how do players execute them. So please do watch and observe. Okay, so that ends the video presentation. So I hope every one of you could understand and visualize. Could now visualize the 5 basic skills in basketball. So based from, I know that the video presentation is quite very understandable and easy to learn. So now, before we have another discussion, let's have another activity. So this is activity number 3, and the title of this activity is Describe What's in Me. Activity number 3. Okay, so activity number 3. Describe what's in me, or name and describe. So direction. Please read. Everybody please read. So direction. In the given picture, place the exact name and description of the skills related to basketball. You have 3 minutes to answer the task. Write your answer in the activity sheet. So 3 minutes you have 3 minutes to answer the task, and 3 minutes will start now. Okay, time's up. Okay, so let's going to answer the activity 3. So any one of you would like to share his or her answer for these questions or activity? Yes, student W. For number 1, student W. What's your answer? What's the name of the picture here presented? What is the name of this picture being presented? Shooting. Okay, so shooting. Is shooting correct? Yes, shooting is correct. So student W is correct. Shooting. The description for shooting is, so shooting, please read. Everybody please read what is shooting. So shooting, an act of throwing the basketball into the hoop in order to earn points. So student W is right. So let's give student W a round of applause. So you now take your seat. So number 2, who will going to share his or her idea about number 2 for answer? Yes, student F. What's your answer? Passing. Is student F answer passing correct? Yes, that's true. Passing is correct. The description of passing is, okay, so passing description. Everybody please read. So passing is the fastest way to move the ball across long distance on the court. So student F, your answer is also correct. So let's give a round of applause to student F. Okay, so for number 3, anyone of you would like to share his or her answer? Yes, student A, what's your answer? Dribbling. Is student F answer dribbling is correct? Yes, that's correct. Number 3 is dribbling. So the description of dribbling is, please everybody read. So dribbling is moving along with the ball while bouncing from one place to the court to another. So dribbling, the answer to student A, dribbling for number 3 is correct. So let's give student A a round of applause. Thank you so much. So for number 4, anyone would like to share his or her idea? Yes, student E, what's your answer? Rebounding, yes. Number 4, this image is about rebounding. Rebounding. So what's the description of rebounding? So rebounding, please read the description. Everybody read in 1, 2, 3. Rebounding. It refers to an act of retrieving the ball after a missed field goals or free throws. So student E or F answer is correct. So let's give them or he or she and a round of applause. Thank you so much. You did a good job. So for the last number, anyone would like? Yes, student B. What's your answer? Defending. Yes, defending is correct. So the definition of defending is, everybody please read. Everybody please read defending. So defending, it refers to the defensive strategies, alignments, and position that a team uses to prevent the opposing offensive team from scoring the basket. So student's B answer is also correct. So let's give student B a round of applause. So thank you so much. So thank you so much for all of your answers. All of your answers are correct, and I'm happy to hear those answers too. You did an impressive response for activity number 3. Now I have here some questions that would help us to further understand the basic skills in basketball and the importance of basketball. So, guide questions. Number 1. What do you think is the reason why we need to know the basic skills in basketball before playing? So, anyone would like to share his or her idea? Yes, student Z, what's your answer? Okay, thank you so much. You may now take your seats. Yes, student Z answer is correct. Before playing basketball, we must learn first the 5 basic skills of basketball in order for us to play the basketball well, and in order for us to understand and use the sports basketball in its highest game what in its highest game and from its highest possible game or gameplay. So we need to know the 5 basic skills before playing, because without those 5 basic skills we cannot play basketball in a better way. So for number 2, why is it that basketball is considered as team sport? So anyone would like to share his or her idea? Yes, student C, please stand. Okay, so what's your idea about number 2? Thank you so much. You may now take your seats. So student C answer is also correct. So basketball is considered as a team sport. Why is it considered as a team sport? It is because, as we observe, basketball is being played with 5 against 5. So it is a team sport. So 2 teams in playing basketball, there are 2 opposing teams playing in rectangular court, competing with each other, and any of those teams will get the highest score will be considered as the considered as the winner. So the last question. In what way do players play the basketball? So anyone? Any other hand? Yes, student. Student T, what's your idea? Okay, thank you so much. And now take your seats. So student C T idea is correct. So the players play basketball through, yes, that's right, through knowing or executing the 5 basic skills. So what are the 5 basic skills again? Dribbling, shooting, passing, defending, and rebounding. So that's correct. And because of that, let's give a round of applause to those who share their ideas. So now, let us proceed to our fourth activity. Title is Check Me In. So for the direction, please everybody read. Direction. Check yes if it is described the sport basketball, and check no if not. You will be given 1 minute to answer. So 1 minute, your 1 minute starts now. Okay, so time's up. So now, let us going to check the activity 3. So any one of you would like to share? Okay, you can now just answer in chorus. So the term here is team sports. It is described basketball or no? Yes or no? Yes. So spiking. Yes, that's correct. Spiking is in volleyball and other sports. So pitching. So pitching is no, because pitching is still in this ball. So shooting. Shooting is yes, it is being tackled in sports basketball. So passing, yes, it is also. Correct. Blocking. Is blocking part or describes this sports basketball? Yes, blocking describes sports basketball because as I've said earlier from our activity 1, blocking is part of a defense. So blocking is keep in yes position. Next one, home run. Home run is out. Innings also is no. Foul. Foul in basketball. Yes, foul is also sliding sport basketball. And last one, quarters. Yes. Okay, so anyone who got perfect score? Oh, Jeremy, you got a perfect score. Okay, so let's give a round of applause to those who got a perfect score. So now, let's have a question. I have here some questions for you, for everybody. So, guide questions. So, what do you think is the reason why players must score higher than their opponents? Anyone? Yes, student S. Okay, that's true. So the players must score higher than their opponents because the main goal of the basketball is to outscore your opponents. So if you have a higher score, your team would win the game. So that's correct. Thank you so much, student S. So number 2. How important to master the basic skills in basketball? So anyone? Yes, student Q. Share here. Okay, thank you so much. So students Q answer is also correct. So it is important to master the basic skills in basketball because through having a mastery of these basic skills, we as a players can outplay our opponents. So if we can outplay our opponents, we can play better than them. So it means that we could have a higher score, have a higher score or higher basket than them. So thank you so much, student Q. So for number 3, why is it that basketball is one of the most popular sports in today's generation? And one, yes, student R, what's your idea? Okay, thank you so much. You may now take your seats. Okay, so students R answer is correct. So basketball is one of the most popular sports in today's generation because, yes, sports basketball is being played around the globe. So, in any part of this world, basketball is very known and it is being played by people aged from age 6 up to age 82. So that's right. So, last question. So, as a student, how can you convince young people to engage sports? Oh, this is a very nice question. Would like to share his or her idea? Yes. Any other hand? Yes, student V. What's your answer? Okay, you may now take your seats. So, students V answer or idea is yes, correct and impressive. So, as a student, we can convince someone to engage sports in order for what? For us students to have a healthy lifestyle. Yes, that's correct. So to have a healthy lifestyle, meet new friends. Yes, that's right also. And of course, to what? Okay, so basketball also helps someone who is in blue feeling. So through sports or basketball, through playing basketball, we can forget our problems in a short period of time and also since it is a physical sports or there is a contact, we can enhance our physical activities and other physical attributes we have. So all of your answers are correct. So let's give a round of applause to those students who have shared their idea. So okay, so to further understand basketball, so further information. So in a professional basketball game, the game one match or game is divided into 4 parts, which is called the quarters. So we have first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. So each quarter consists of 12 minutes playing time. So now, my question is, what is the total playing time of one basketball game? Anyone would like to share his or her idea? Any other hand from this side, please? Yes, student E. Okay, what's your answer? 12, 24. Yes. Any other who have a different answer? None? Okay, so student P, you may now take your You may now take your seat. So, thank you so much for your participation. So, students P answer is correct. So, the total playing time in the one basketball game is 48 minutes. So, do you have the same answer as what Mr. C said? Okay, so that's good. So, in one basketball game, there are 4 quarters. Each quarter consists of 12 minutes playing time. So, 4 times 12 is equals to 48. So, that's great. So now, let us now proceed to your final activity for this session. So, performance task. So, in the same group, group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So, the class will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will create a short role play featuring the 5 basic skills in basketball. Each group will be given 8 minutes to prepare and practice, and maximum time for presentation is 2 minutes. So your performance will be graded through the given rubric. So this will be your guide or the rubric for your activity or performance task. So your 8 minutes for practice and preparation will start now. Okay, time's up. So now, set aside all the chairs. Group 1, Group 2, move your chairs here, and Group 3 and 4, move your seats here. Okay, so presentation time. Group 1, please present now. Okay, thank you so much. Let us give Group 1 a round of applause. So, next group, Group 2. Wow, what an impressive performance. Let's give Group 2 another round of applause. Next group, Group 3. Wow, that's the well executed. They perfectly executed the 5 basic skills in basketball. Okay, thanks to the boys there who are the varsity of this school. Right? So let's give Group 3 a round of applause. And for the last group, Group 4, you will now present your presentation. Okay, so that's all. So let's give Group 4 a round of applause. So thank you so much for your participation. You may now take back to your proper sitting arrangement. Please do not grab your chairs. Thank you so much. Okay, so at this point, okay, 1, students will stand. 2, students will sit down. 1, 2. Okay, so at this point, let's have your assessment. So are you ready to answer the questions in the assessment? Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, so direction. Please read the questions carefully and choose the correct answers. Write your answers in the given answer sheet. Each question consists of 2 points. So these are the following questions, which is also written in your answer sheets. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. You will have only 5 minutes to answer the quiz or the assessment. So, okay, so time's up. Finish or unfinished. Kindly close your answer sheets and pass it forward. in a count of 10, I want all of the answer sheets will be in the first person in each row. So 1, also 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so are all papers in? Okay, so thank you so much. So, for your assignment, can we settle down? So, assignment, direction, please read everybody. Direction, in a 2 minutes video, create a short video presentation about the significance of the 5 basic skills of basketball. This is an individual activity. You can choose any multimedia platforms to create the task. You can add effects, transition, or anything that can enhance your video. Okay, is the assignment's direction clear to everybody? I hope so. So you may submit your work in my Gmail account 201.126@gcci.edu.ph, or you can directly send it in our group chat. Okay, so your output will be guided to the rubrics given to be submitted next week. So I will just drop the rubrics in our group chat, and I will also drop these assignments in our group chat for you to be guided in the task. So before we will end this class, let's read again our objectives for today if we have met them. So letter A, everybody read. Identify the 5 basic skills in basketball. So okay, so does everyone could now identify the 5 basic skills in basketball? Yes, so we need this. So number 2, observe the proper execution of the 5 basic skills in basketball to review presentation. So I hope everyone are watch the video well. And for the letter C, execute the skills involved in the sports basketball. Okay, so letter C is also being met. So as I watch your performance during your performance task, I can say that you already learned the 5 basic skills of basketball. So because of that, let's give a round of applause to each and every one of us. So without further ado, thank you so much everyone for participating. Thank you so much for your presence, and may God bless us. Thank you. Class dismissed.